More Keto Chow prep. Brian chose fruity cereal and birthday cake for ice cream. I also chose fruity cereal, orange cream, and mocha, to which I added black cocoa powder and some allulose. And you're not gonna believe this. His coffee creamer, he chose butterscotch. I hope it's good for him, because he's gotta drink it. Got all the ingredients together needed to make low carb spins brown bread recipe. The link will be in the description. You might want to try it. It came out delicious. A little peek in the oven at the brown bread. Fresh out of the oven, a loaf of brown bread using low carb spins recipe and substituting all powders instead of liquid egg whites and liquid yolks and cream cheese and sour cream. I used all powders in place of that. But this looks so good. And once it cools, I'll cut it and let you see it. But again, if you haven't seen Low Carb Spins video on making this, they also make a delicious looking grilled sandwich using a technique I would never have thought of. It looks great. Low carb spin, folks. That's the inside of this brown bread. Yeah, big hole in it, but that's okay. Who knows? We have gotten loaves of bread from the store that have had big holes in it too, but it's okay, and it smells awesome. After watching Wendy from Loving It on Keto this morning, she made some no-bake cheesecake using vanilla cream keto chow, and I thought, well, I can use chocolate and make chocolate cheesecake. And 4 servings, chocolate cheesecake. Guinea pig tried it off camera. He says, it's good. Hi, Cindy. I washed my hair today. It's just flat. This is my hair. This is it. Unless I curl it, which I even did my bangs. It is what it is. Anyway, for dinner tonight, we're going to have pizza, carnivore-ish style. And I'll show you how I'm going to make the crust and what I'm going to put as the toppings. Here are the ingredients for the crust. I always use a little allulose to brown it. I like it browned crust. And then, of course, cream of tartar, the egg white powder, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. That's all that's going to go in for the crust. And I use about half of a regular bread recipe, and it covers a big pan. So I do 60 grams of egg white powder, about a teaspoon of cream of tartar, about a teaspoon and a half maybe of allulose, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon or 2 of Italian seasoning. That brings out that Italian flavor. And then for the toppings, for the sauce, I'm going to use this Alfredo sauce. It's pretty clean, Walden Farms. It's 1 total carb for a 1/4 cup. We don't use a whole lot of sauce anyway, so we might get away with half a cup of that between the two of us. Yeah, I know this isn't carnivore, but we both like mushrooms, so I'll drain that, use those. A can of chicken breast. We got this from our local butcher shop, if you want to call it that. It does have a little sugar in the curing process, but you can't go wrong with bacon, right? Ground pork bacon. I'm going to cut up some of these links to put on there from Thrive Market chicken sausage. And these are 1 carb for 2 links. It's okay. And then, of course, mozzarella cheese, and I may incorporate some of the Mexican blend cheese also. And I'll show you when I get it all together, and then I'll show you when it comes out of the oven. Here's the crust that just came out of the oven. In there probably a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. And I have all my toppings ready. This is that ground pork bacon that I just browned up as much as it would brown. And I have my cheeses ready, and we're going to top this, and I'll show you that. This has the Alfredo sauce on it, all the meats, and some mushrooms. So there was canned chicken, chicken sausage, mushrooms, and the ground pork bacon. And I'm going to top it with some mozzarella and Mexican cheese. All right, in the oven it goes until the cheese melts. And there is the finished product of our carnivore-ish pizza. The only thing on there, mushrooms. Oh well, could be worse. You're gonna let this cool a little bit and have dinner.